the Superintendent with Great Manchester Police. This is my 4th carnival in a row. You can't keep me away, even if you try. GMP recognises that carnival is really, really important, and we literally go backwards to support the daytime licensed activities, and they by and large are really well organised, and it's brilliant to see our communities come together on a hopefully sunny afternoon. There is another part to the challenge, which is what happens when the licensed events finish, and then we have the street gatherings, and that's where you see that more kind of overt policing presence. And I'll make no bones about it, we do not as a partnership currently support those unlicensed evening activities. We had a dreadful carnival in 2022 where a 21-year-old from Huddersfield lost their lives on the streets of Moss Side. That violence unfolded literally yards from police officers, and I watched that live on CCTV from our patrol room, and I will never unsee those very distressing scenes as that young person lost their life. As a collective, and some of the people in this room came together last year, so I'm really pleased that you came back. Last year we had an amazing carnival. We had a really good day time.
The mic's ready. The mic is ready.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me? Is it where I currently am? No. I'll go to the mic then just a minute. We had a dreadful 2022 outside. We had an amazing year last year, really good daytime events both days, and we had a really safe evening. There is a significant investment from the police, from the council, and other key partners that makes that happen. Do you know what? Every year we try and make it better, which is the point of the season, so I am really grateful that you picked up a couple of times. We've got all the answers. And kick that around tonight and see how we do that. I'm going to hand over to Siobhan.
Welcome everyone, it's really nice to see you all here this evening. I just want to, for those who don't know me, I'm not before, I'm Siobhan Paul, I'm Director of Communities at Manchester City Council. And as Phil said, we're really working really closely together over the last few months, really trying to make sure that obviously the carnival is really safe and welcoming event. We know it's so important to this community, it's a really significant day in the year, and as Phil said, we absolutely support the activity that goes on in the park, working with the organisers themselves to really make sure that it's an enjoyable event. But also, to echo what Phil said, we don't condone what happens in terms of that unlicensed activity, and we want to make sure that we're working to think about actually what the options in the future. So today is about hearing what you've got to say, hearing your thoughts and so on, but also just really just taking account of what we, what we have, but also what we want to see going forward. We've got some colleagues that are going to join us this morning coming up and just tell you a little bit more about our stance and the action that we've been taking over the last few weeks and months, just to make sure that actually we're delivering a carnival that you want to see, but importantly, builds on the feedback that you gave us last year, but continues to do that year on year. So, thank you.
Thank you. I think we're going to hear from the carnival board now. Or somebody from the carnival? Yeah. Lovely.
Good evening everybody. My name is Julia. I am the chair of the Manchester County Carnival, Manchester County Together CIC. There's some more colleagues that are also here with me today. I'd like to show the need to give a bit of information about Carnival, which we've been walking through. It's in its 52nd year, and basically the event is taking place on the 10th and the 11th of August. So so we're going to take place on the 10th and the 11th of August, featuring Saturday, running from Tuesday, 7 p.m. till 9:30. I'm starting off at Moscow Powerhouse. In addition to that, parade is on Claremont Road, the Parkside Claremont Road. There's 16 participants in terms of troops, sound bands, steel pans, and various other activities taking place as part of the parade. In addition to that, we've got the featuring in the park for 2 days. Within the park, we've got different sound systems, such as the Indian corner, African corner, in addition to the main parade stage show on Saturday. So, if you like to tell me about something about Carnival, I'm just here to introduce ourselves. All our profiles are on the website. We've been working on Carnival as a committee for the last 4 years. Obviously, previously it was COVID, we were able to deliver a full-scale event, and this is our 3rd year of integration. And as a committee, we're just working hard to try and make our Carnival and keep it alive. In addition to that, as well, it's been difficult to keep Manchester alive. As well, 4 carnivals were shut down this year alone, and we aim to continue Carnival for the season. So that is an overview of what we're doing and a little bit of information about myself and the board. Still staring, but I'm sure the questions will come later on. I just want to give a brief overview. A little bit as well, we had a presentation that we were able to show, is that we're mindful that there are some opportunities that we're able to provide in the park, some heritage stores, we recently applied some funding. And what we want to do is not food, not drink, but there's at least a couple of spaces there that we can get into the park for those that have the right information put together, and then we can give those food spaces to people from the community, not disrespect black organisations in the community that establish heritage, so we can give some more information about how we're here. Okay?
Hi everyone, so my name is Mel, and I'm the Service Manager for the Social Media team. I've got a colleague here, Sarah, and a colleague Sam, we work in the area of community safety, which essentially means that we do what we can to help keep the community safe. So a lot of our team is respond to community concerns regarding conduct that causes people to feel harassed, alarmed, or stressed. And social behaviour means lots of different things to different people. But the purpose of our team and social behaviour includes verbal abuse, threats, or properties causing or likely to cause serious nuisance or disorder. So we work with residents, businesses, local housing providers, and police to help challenge individuals behaving antisocially, to prevent antisocial behaviour from continuing, and to keep residents safe from harm. If someone interferes with the conduct of others, then we can offer support and we have an action plan to help address that conduct. Throughout the Carnival weekend, our priority is to help facilitate a safe event for the local community to ensure that Carnival is something that everyone can enjoy. So if you have any concerns, if you'd like to share with us, this is your opportunity to do so, and we will welcome all feedback. Thank you.
We will receive about, I know I've been out, it's not a competition for that for 6 years now, people around a lot of things, so inside the car, in the car, and outside. And while there is contentious, and not going to hide from it, one of our remits is dealing with the licensed trading and vending that takes place. I know it's popular, we recognise that, but there is a reason for the licensing regime, the consent regime. Part of that is health and safety and food safety. Part of it is it's illegal to sell alcohol in the street. But a lot of that is around protection of people, and it is the safety of people that it's about. We're not there just to crack down on people who want to enjoy themselves and have a nice time at Carnival. There are sometimes implications or practicalities that can arise. So, we are there working in partnership. We work closely with the antisocial behaviour team, with Phil's team around Carnival, inside and out. And, I am aware this year we reached out last week to people who want to trade, that support will be given in getting or understanding how to become a licensed trader or what it requires to become a licensed trader. So I know the Sally's still going through. If people want to sign up to receive more information on that, then Sally's going to take details for that, and that will be made available to anybody who wants that information. Thank you.
So that's fair. We're going to go to somebody from Great Manchester. Please have their info.
Sorry, I think what we were last year is I can describe what the policing operation looks like, with a nod or two, and what we see daytime and what we see night time. The policing works well when we don't surprise people. So in the run to Carnival, we've done a lot of work with the organisers, make sure the out park there is as safe as it can be, and we've been doing a lot of work with the wider community, particularly those streets where we know those gatherings could take place. Daytime, Saturday, Sunday, you'll see a significant number of police officers coming in and around the park. The idea is they very much support Julia and her team and the security company, because we will have some desirables and we'll work together to try and keep them out of what should be a family and fun event. We know from last year that we did have some people who were better outside the park than inside, and that's our job. So you will see police in their jackets, there will be some plainclothes police, you will have staff who are looking for suspicious people, and a couple of suspicious people last year were found in weapons. That's 2 out of 14,000 that came inside. So I am not using that to demonise people that come to Carnival. We need to deal with those handful of people that are going to spoil it for everybody else. So that's what that daytime operation looks like. We know 7:30, 8 o'clock will have a big migration of people, and some of those then will go across the Claremont and Rosebery. You will probably then see a much more visible policing presence. You will see staff in yellow jackets, and the ambition I set for the commander that's on the ground, his name is Glenn, he did a brilliant job for me last year, is that nobody will join that street gathering without walking past a police officer in a yellow jacket who makes eye contact, who says hello, and who means it with some sincerity. I call it the power of hello, which is really, really cheesy. But anyone who works in retail knows that they do that when they go and shop. It's welcoming, it shows that you're invested in what's happening, and actually for people who are going to do bad things, they know they've been spotted. Are they on someone's body or camera? Have we taken their anonymity away? Now, you know from that geography with all the back streets, side streets and alleyways, that means we have to dedicate quite a lot of staff to that. But it's a balance, isn't it? I do not want a ring of steel or a ring of yellow jackets. I don't want police officers right next to people who are decent and just having a good time. So it's that real difficult balance of being visible, saying hello to everyone, but not being on top. You will see people who are then mobile. You will see some firearms officers that will not be stood on the street with guns, they will be driving around. We will have we know we occasionally get serious violence incidents, and we need to step in and provide that trauma care really quickly. That's what the police operation looks like. We will be out as late as everybody else is out. And I think the only thing that will be different this year is nitrous oxide is now class C drug. So all those people who see out doing balloons, last year wasn't an offence to possess. This year it is. So we're going to do some communication from the runoff to say, please don't do that. Because actually then if you have police encounter because you're in possession of the drug, and you then get something written down in our system, you never know whether that's going to come back and haunt you. If you do it as CBS, travel, employment, education. I'm not getting back on. I'm not going to arrest my way out of nitrous oxide. Just want people to do it. And actually, residents look at it, and it now looks and feels like healing. So that's another reason why we should not tolerate it. Our life is very different. What we saw part of life is actually we hardly saw anyone else on the surrounding streets. And I think that'll be the same throughout part this year. But I'm not going to lie, so quite a lot of mattress inside Park Drive. So we're going to do just a little bit of work around that. As I say, I'm not looking at people for balloons. I'm telling you about that, so we're going to see. That was probably about 10 minutes.
Okay, so now you've heard from everybody about all the aims that are said, what I'd like to do on the table is just have a group discussion around what we've heard in terms of the programme from the social care management team, the licensing out of our student city council, the Carnival board and the police. Okay. So how that's going to work, you're going to have about 20 minutes for that. We'll look around all the time coming towards the end to check where you're going to be conversations and see if you can just split them. Okay. But we're going to ask one person on each table to write feedback down on the feedback table that's in the room, so on the tables. And then it would be really helpful if you could nominate perhaps one person from each table to provide some feedback. Okay, when we come to that part of the discussion. The feedback needs to be concise. We now have 5 minutes per table for feedback, which is very important that there are any questions like that. I don't think it was bullying. Is that okay? Any questions? Away you go.
Miss Moses for Radio Diamond. Woo! Okay, all jokes aside, this is very serious. We're here today because of the official event of Manchester Carnival. The parade. Right, so we wanted to know why we wouldn't allow the carnival to continue through the streets. This is why we're here, because as everyone knows, Radio Diamond is right smack bang in the middle of Claremont Road, where the unofficial after party is. I've seen what the officials say, but we represent the unofficial, i.e. the uncontrolled, on Carnival Day, the freedom to express our culture freely in the streets without violence, without crime and disorder. And that's what Carnival means to us, especially on Claremont Road. And the vendors being able to raise extra money for school uniforms and not have to work for a year, if not longer, to afford the fees to get into the park. So moving on, the emails that were sent for workshops to the traders, it's too little too late. As we know, Carnival is next month. They're being told this month that they bring help to get the paperwork in order. We at Radio Diamond sent 11 emails to the council. I'm not going to name names because I'm not here to cause trouble. But we sent 11 emails from last year, the month after the Carnival, offering support on the workshops with the council to help the vendors get the correct paperwork in order so they could do the vending on the streets. I heard very little back, and it was all of them, blah, 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 but here we are now. Now they're offering workshops. I can guarantee you won't get the paperwork for next month. Like I said, it's all little too late. But going forward, next year, because this is a positive gathering, hopefully we can get. Sorry, I got a big mouth. Okay. So next year, or let's say straight after the Carnival, or even start the paperwork this year for next year, you might be able to hear. Right, now it was stated by Phil. It was stated by Phil that the police see the Carnival as success last year in 2023. Kim, my colleague, our breakfast DJ, our radio man, stated, said to Paul, said to Phil that what did he see as a success? Was it lack of crime, lack of fatality, and basically, nobody died, so that was a success. It's not how the Caribbean community see the Carnival being a success, i.e. loss of life. There's a lot more to it than that, and we can't breathe. Okay, because some of I've done that one. The double caging of the park was highly noted. We all know Alexandra Park is already has a fence. And there was a double fencing, almost replicating a pen that you could handle around it. And a lot of the black community outside found this one talk about that being treated like cattle, shuttled in and queuing up, being searched like we're in high security. It didn't feel like a family day out. Down to children having drinks and word loud. If you do have 2, 3, 4 kids to go in and having to pay the prices to just hydrate the children, never mind feed them, it was impossible. So it will impact, so I asked the Carnival Committee to think about making the stalls more affordable to local vendors. Not every vendor, because we know it's going to sound like so 2 feet. But the local vendors need much cheaper rates so they can make some sort of profit themselves. So the balloons, last year we were filming on Claremont Road and there was a massive amount of the balloon blowing little cartridges everywhere. I personally hate it. Yes, although we were 24 hours on station, we wasn't told by the council or the police that legislation had changed. We can't keep our eye on everything. And it would have been wonderful for us to have found that if there are any legislation changes, any new laws coming, because one minute it's legal to do something, then behind those doors it's illegal. A lot of people don't watch mainstream news anymore. They don't tune into breakfast TV. They don't, they tend to watch Netflix and whatever else. So they could miss that opportunity to know that it's now illegal. I'm a bit nervous for the young people, just like now today. I'm a bit annoyed that we wasn't given that information early, but we will do our best, and I urge Legacy as well to put out a campaign along with any other radio station or public platform to let the young people know it is now illegal and it can destroy their future, that kind of record. Yes, we do. So the line of police, I need a little bit more clarity where Bill said, oh, it's not just that, it was a cheap so we were talking about last year and seeing police on like every corner, a couple of places, and then there's a line down possibly in the park. Bill said that there's going to be the same amount of police dotted around to make sure that it goes well, and I need a success in the police that I have no examples and no serious crime. I'm asking them, does that mean that if somebody does decide to congregate and party, because it is going to happen to young people, and every generation has their little rebels, where the minute somebody says no, we don't want to do it. So I need to know, in my community, are there young people going to be allowed to go up there so long as they're not creating any unlawful behaviour?
The police deal with crime, we deal with high sexual behaviour. People come and misbehave, that's what the police do. We'll deal with it. If people come and just have a good time, bother anyone, they have a reasonable time with their public residents, we're okay with it.
So does everybody get that? Yeah? Hands up who gets that, who gets what you just said.
As long as there's no intimidation of the kids, that's okay. Because some police do intimidate the kids then.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what makes them kick off sometimes with police.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Some of
But
them don't.
what I'm getting from that is, he's not a blanket man.
No.
So long as the behaviour side, and they don't start any nonsense and they stay within the law, which 90, I was there last year, it was fine. They come and enjoy themselves and they run home. They come and jump around to the music, they have the freedom to express themselves and their culture, while they down and run home. If you can do that again this year, it's brilliant. Probably not what everyone wants to hear, but I want to hear, I see the young people having experiences and memories like we do. Right, it was asked as well if you own a shop on Carnival Road, is it okay to put your sound system out? She gone. Yeah, so during doing a lot of research and all the researchers, this like shelters outside the shop, because all the shops on there road used to be residential homes. So you have a front garden. That front garden then wants to become business properties and merge into the pavement. So it's about the boundaries of private land and public land and highways. We kind of asked about that. So long as you know that your music, you are playing music, that it's not going beyond a certain level. So you have to monitor for the sound, and it doesn't go beyond 11 o'clock, between 11 p.m. and 7, I'm saying what's in. So if you're coming from so you know, we don't play your music. However, I'm just letting you know what the laws are, right? The noise nuisance is 11 till 7 a.m. in the morning, you can't play loud music.
So cut-off time would be 11, you're saying?
Cut off, that's it. Although, see, no,
They're trying to get it.
so you call me, I couldn't get it in jail.
Why is he shaking his head?
Yeah, I'm going to
So why have how you gonna have a street party without the music? So that means they don't want to allow them in the
They
street
don't want to
party.
allow the music. And I don't understand how every other town can get to do that, but we can't get to do ours. I don't understand that. There might all be different councils, but no one moves the same way. So how come these can get down on the street? London can get to
So we had a bit of different experiences on our table
was it? 2 years. And you know, it's largely peaceful, it's, you know, people enjoy themselves, and people just want to be able to enjoy themselves for 2 days. But we also have people at the table who are saying it affects their sleep, noise, just rubbish accident on the streets, and it can really have a big impact on them over the full weekend. There are concerns about people entering the carnival, the searchers, and people felt like they were treated as criminals. They were talking about other events not being policed in the same way. There was concern about disabilities and accessibility, again, actually about the drinks prices and people not being able to afford drinks when they were in the park. We talked about the tiredness of the event today, and they wanted, people were saying they wanted to talk about this earlier, and had lots of opportunities through the year to be able to have these discussions. There was a suggestion of 3 meetings in the year to really talk through the run to Carnival. We talked about the licensed operations and the cost being too high, and opportunities for people to have operations outside of the park, and people talking about it having some licensed stores outside of the park as well. And we talked about actually the carnival being outside of the park and inside the park, but you know, for all the shops on the surrounding streets as well. I've got something. Anyone else want to add?
I think we should be mindful of the security company is not taking data away from the people going to the park. As you say, people need a drink. Yeah.
Did anyone hear that? Just about the security company taking water away from people going in the park who might need it, and then it's been separation of hours. Okay, so 1 minute. Yeah, that's all your facilities is talking about. We're going to come to this table here. Share this table? Yeah.
No, he's doing it.
Make him do it. I'll hold it. I'll hold, yeah, you put the camera in place.
Let me see if I can read it on the right.
Traditional conditions carnival, and those members of carnival will be able to recognize that carnival is there to support the local community. Those people who try and change, they will set up stalls and they will really get behind carnival with a lot of energy. So when that's happening, you shut down the carnival from the people, the local people. There's supposed to be a point how that translation happened. If you don't understand, the community don't understand how that translation happened from being able to utilize carnival. Because of the corruption over the years of people, I'm just going to try a second. Because of the corruption over the years, what's been happening, and it's been found out, we're supposed to have real, perfect transparency with our community. Our generation came coming into and set up their industries for nothing. There was a purpose to that. And that purpose again taken away from the local people. Setting up sound systems, setting up food stalls, setting up toll stalls, setting up chicken stalls. I want to be crazy going to be the local community from all the local used to walk to Carnival. And I just want to take that point out, so that was my point.
So the Carnival, and one point is that Friday, I control the police community, and in the Carnival we ask for physical fights that can be written out freely in the library, and to IAG and ICSP, for all you know, is an independent advisory group, an independent community scrutiny panel that will scrutinise the police. They should be there at these meetings as well. I believe that the Carnival Committee is connected to the radio, so hoping that the Carnival can know what's actually happening after our Carnival. Because a lot of people come to the Carnival and don't know who anyway, so they're getting in trouble, and they don't know why they're getting in trouble, so that's causing another argument. I'm hoping that the GMP most years do a lot of stopping searches on especially young people. I mean, what you saw, make sure you have the receipts books. We need to make sure that our receipts books, which all police are supposed to have, when a stop and search, you're supposed to get a receipt to say why you stopped and search. Also, the register from being stopped and searched again, which a lot of young people are getting last year getting searched in a numerous amount of times in an hour, all the time. We had no just got stopped and searched 15 minutes ago. So that was one thing. I didn't say this before, but some of the shops that were harassed by police last year and got open at 3 a.m. to actually get it closed at 12, which I feel like that was not right. So it's not fair to live in that reasonable hour. Also, outside activities, now, okay, 2024, when it comes to food, we have to watch out health and hygiene, and then are supposed to have people who buy sell food outside. However, if people are shopping outside, stuff outside, you should still keep that different, because they're not going to mess up their lunch, still make sure they follow the rules. And also, memorabilia, a lot of people sell memorabilia and can't follow the Carnival. It's been a tradition every year, and a lot of the community have relied on this income. So, for even school uniforms, stuff like that, relying on this income wait on each year. So don't think it all should be taken away from the outside Carnival. It's just about from the black Carnival. It's something that happens in the outside community. Also, how do we prepare for what's being expected this year? Because I just need to feel black people can look to dress sometimes when they're happy and sad and the police stop, which caused a lot of problems in the last year. A lot of the innocent people are still got records today, just because it wasn't clear about the drinks being taken into the park, which is the answer to a lot of safe drinking, but has to be in plastic bottles. So even if you've got a bottle of alcohol, even if you're into a plastic bottle, you can still drink it, which the police wasn't very clear on it, because a lot of problems last year, so asking other police culture, competency, and all that, but you know what I mean. But I know what to expect at the Carnivals, and it's always have diversity, not just black nation, white nation, but black officers as well. And not so many officers at the door, when we go in, like the lady said before, it was quite military treatment, and she was told that it didn't feel like it was going to a fun fair. I felt like I was going to the war now. And this is important for the Carnival parade to be told them the left on time, because they get there and they understand that, even when they're about the time is birthday, trucks are doing this and that, but they need to be told that they have to leave at this time. Too many times in the last 2 years, it's all Princess Road, which is inconvenient for the driver down there, stay there forever and take us to the trees that are coming through. What the lady said about the charge as well, thank you for allowing me space. That was for today, because it's not, I don't think that's happened ever before, so it needs to be something that we continue to do. And I feel like the Carnival should allow organisations to get involved as well, because as I said, it's a community thing as well, a little bit about that. I think that was these things more than meetings, although we said a lot of what's happening through the specifically such a big community event, and we're glad to see more at the community meetings, not just getting focused on this one. Also, last thing, Phil said before about police going to support the Carnival community. I think the job is to support the community, not the Carnival community. It's about keeping everybody safe, no favourite, in parts, in the close to do that, they need to make sure everybody's safe, and that's all right.
communication is key, as everybody knows. You know, radio stations have got a very important point in informing communities of the nuances of happens. If there is a nuance in the community, the police advocates or the communication device is supposed to inform the people. Once the people are informed, they don't get stimulated to ask questions necessary for that progression to go be part of or not to be part of. You know, so those individuals who have got tools to go and promote information to the community are supposed to do that just at a leisure. And I know the community and the panel are one and the same thing, that this is the first meeting, public meeting where they're consulting from. It's not acceptable. Transparency is supposed to be a in order in this day and time. We've been through a lot. And people are recognizing the nuances. Police have got a job to do. They have to be informed by the people who do the job for. And they have got limited information that they have to go work with. So, community meetings like this, you're come together, you get informed, you get information, you get correct information, so nobody can pull the whole way around this. So, I've been here for a long time, so it's time for us to go understand who individuals that we're supposed to be bringing the plan forward. Been there for a long time. Find those individuals in the community to go and have that work on the community in the future. Because it's not supposed to be a small thing, it's supposed to be everybody. Now people back in the day, everybody's supposed to be an Thank you.
I'm ready, is it? Ready like Freddy.
Well, the community was just so used to police hiding crimes. Having a lot of information but not telling the community or making them aware so that they can help or be more vigilant. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, 2023, for the first time in living history, I'll say it again, in living history, the police was visible. Visible. In our community. With felt support, even by the beginning from the army that was trying to get rid of everybody from the street, blaming everybody on down the road, terrorizing people, throwing people out of the houses and watering people, blaming us for having been thousands of people, tourists, visitors, coming to our site to support us. These people spent a year from the town council finish, leaving us the council to come back to support us. Thousands were always blamed. Everybody around there was being blamed. Now, 2023 was the best carnival for the first time police and the council saw for themselves. It wasn't our fault. We can't stop thousands of people pouring onto the road. And these people were hungry. They were hungry. They were on the loose. They couldn't afford the food inside the town, inside the park. At the festivals, the came to their carnival, they were just eating raunchiness or beer tent, and that's all they had. When they came out bringing food, we had the most notorious scary, most aggressive, opened the shops, brought out small little fries, you know what I mean, started to cook, asked shops to open up to get chicken. Get anything to feed these thousands of people so that our community was a self-made. For the first time, the people who came to support us felt safe. They've never done that, this has never happened before, they felt safe. And I hope you understand, with the licensing, it could have been done in the time the last time it stopped. You've been watching everything. Seeing the power, as the power of God, the prices will open up. For a start, £2,000. They can't afford that, and they're going to put that price up. Families, it's £3,000, okay? understands that, yeah, at the end of the day. So I just hope in this year you understand that when you go out and then people start to go and find a crop pot, a dust pot, you know what I mean, or something, it's because they might have a license, because you have to get a one before that's wrong. From the time Carnival finishes, like Notting Hill, Leeds, and all that, from the time Carnival finishes, they are prepared with the police, the council, with everybody. That means it's you have the community spirit. That's being unionized. Yeah? From the time Carnival finishes, not giving people who drugs up, money to car and costumes a month before. Well, you know, if there's a just against where all this Carnival, we need to be better. You know what I mean?
Planting around encouraging forcing on gas, but that's going to be the rest of it, that's going to be more of a case by case approach, but I can clarify that in terms of if there's requirements in that meeting, that's the case and they take action. Concerns looking forward, I've also had local newspapers or radio stations reach out to statutory services and have that response before. But I think the main thing that conversation last week was really around communication. People feeling like they don't really know what's going on in the area. We actually made this all of the local channels we can use and how people are better together to kind of share information so people are more informed about things into information coming from the Carnival as well. So people in the area take the opportunity to be involved. Yeah, it's a good conversation. I think a lot of it is going to be trying to put there and talk about.
I've got one more thing. What's being happening? As it stands, our community diverse it is. With women from COVID, with the loss of our people, recession, and the sort of threat and the threat there of all the people inside the stories of societies. It's off the roof, yeah? Now the thing that's my argument is, and the way I upset some people, that the Prince of Recession, King Creature, people should not pay to go in because it's not a side thing. Buying food inside the venue or buying drinks or should subsidize any type of dog fee. But we need to allow the people, the community needs this, needs to support the young people, needs to go in for free. They shouldn't be paying. If they've got several kids, how do they pay to get into their restaurant? They can't do it. But they can afford to go buy a piece of drink or a piece of food. That should be much more better. You know what I mean? Carnival community, come on. Come on. I don't care if it's a business. It's supposed to be a community business.
Yeah, community comes
a community business. That's what it's supposed to be. To think of people in the community. We need something. We need to be able to see something. But we can't get in because the monies which we need to pay on the door, we've got to pay 4, 5, 6. Which means that 4, 5, 6 is taken away from your electric gas or a piece of milk or bread. Come on now. Come on now. Also, we used to, back in the day, starting around, the places in our community, the buildings in our community, like Carhouse, Greenheads, Hideaway, and every other place made space for the kind of people, young people to get changed. Yeah? This is true. In other way, this is true. They used to do
Good afternoon. So, my name is Damien, and most people know me as Max. I run a business in the local community for the past 11 years. I also run a local channel, YouTube channel on Northside Talk TV, which most people might heard about and know about. And basically, my main concern is about the outside, and the security. So, my idea is basically what we shall in place, we shall have team on the outside, that's based on the people on the inside, where we can get things working together, So for one, we need to have at least 10 to 12 loops on the outside, We need to have at least 15 to 20 visible securities, outside, so that the crowd and people feel safe, Last year, like they said before, was one of the best policing you see around the town. Last year around the Carnival, there was police in the alleyways, all those places, there was a drone there, so a lot of people feel safe, But the vendor system needs sorting out because there's a lot of stuff that's surrounding that area which is not being addressed. We need as a local community, we need to be able to train on that day. And we are feeling like we are going to be supported by the council in any one way to show us the way to get our stars and license, and get everything up to date. Now we're not talking about doing things illegal, we want to be legal, Now the next thing is about funding of the loose and security outside. So what I suggest is maybe we should be charging at least £30 per stall from the vendors at the outside to accumulate for some form of money. Whatever we can't get, we're trying to get funding from the local businesses to back out, and trying our outside as a safe entity for everyone. Because like I said, a lot of people from the community depend on this 2 days of training to send their buy these uniforms to go back to school. Now, a lot of people will say that's wrong, but if you come from where I come from, it's a hustling mentality. You know what I mean? You're trying to make ends meet. Now, we talk about the licensing for known party and street party, and how is it possible that we're going to be able to have outside, talking about outside, without getting music, as the police will say? We're shaking his head saying, no music will play. How are we talking about an outside party without no music? That's not possible. How does that make sense? Leeds, London, all these places, they've got all these support from wherever they get from, and it's still happening, We've got a park life that goes on every year. People die at park life, People die at most of these carnivals, most of these events, people die every day, Now we don't stop. Everywhere, Everyone has to see the support that we are not getting as a community, Now, when we got the heat going on the Windsor Road, those roads are being locked off for 3-4 days straight, no questioning, police visibility, all day, all night, We need supported. We are not feeling like we're getting any support or less support from the police and the council, in these areas. We should be getting because we've been there now for how many years? Since 1942, we came, we fight the war, our parents come over on the British after, they're there to build this economy, Now we don't feel like we get any support from the system itself regarding our culture, I'm not talking to people with service or ladies directly from don't feel we need more hands-on guidance from the local council and from the local police. I run a YouTube channel, I've offered it to the local police and said, listen, come on, anything you need, I like on this channel, The local carnival community,
they've got my whatever, they can come on and highlight if they need to. It's free. Yeah, it reaches out to the community. Yeah, it's all about the message. Yeah, I'm trying to get things out there. Yeah, so I'm not trying to beat anyone. Yeah, I'm just trying to say we need more support from the local government, from the local council. We've contributed to this economy. Yeah, more than most people. But we don't get respect the street yet. We don't get acknowledgement the street yet. Yeah, and it seems like we're being kicked out and it seems like we've been granted a favor to have something cultural when every other race and nation is having their stuff legally. It's not right. Yeah, thank you.
I want to recap some of the things I said, some ideas that I thought might make things easy for all of us. In terms of street trees, is there a way that in one of our local community centres that we can give those people training on the street, those especially who cook chicken, jerk chicken, what we know, and all the rest of the foods that our culture does. That cooking on the outside of the park, is there a way that we can have one of our community centres, a facility that they can go there for a week of whatever it takes to acquire a food hygiene system and to deal with food hygiene issues. And then the council can facilitate licenses for people to sell food outside the park. Because of the extortionate prices of the stores inside the park, it forces young people to put the price of their food up, which is not affordable to all of the community. A lot of the community guys eat chicken outside the park, they have chicken there and a piece of hardware for £5, and it suits them. You know, inside the park, you have to come a little bit extortion for them to eat. Also, people do want to eat after the carnival hours. So it is right that we do need some facilities in the street that will feed them. The takeaways that have full deal with the capacity of people to feed us outside the carnival after the carnival. Another thing I'll pass over in terms of security. I know we've had various little groups of security in the carnivals over the years. I do believe that a lot of us strong men who have, ties and can speak with the youngsters in our community. There should be some lines between police and them. So if it be a case where, one officer's finding a youngster difficult, you want to hand it over to someone else to deal with it. That's the easiest way, rather than doing hard drinks and subsequently arrest of children, because they don't really see the police as somebody that can go to someone for help, because of the things I've experienced growing up in the community, you may not have the best view of the police that people do. But as I said, in terms of putting the trade outside the park, this is a reality. I don't want it for months, long enough, or less than long as now, to facilitate a food hygiene course for the trainers who train outside the park, and then the council will give us street training licenses for the 2 days to make it easy for everybody. Also, not just inside the park, not just food or alcohol sold outside the park. We've got t-shirts, we've got people selling baseball caps, and all kind of things that really are part of the culture and memorable for people to take home, especially those from outside the community from different cities who come in. So there's a lot of training outside the park that does need facilitating, and the council does need to give a license to do their thing. Okay, alcohol and food have serious restrictions on them, but we can overcome that, surely. As I said, in terms of food, people need to acquire food hygiene certificate, and then, surely the council can give a street training license for 2 days. So people can eat outside the park.
Do you know the craft where Queen Elizabeth they don't even put them back through the year.
Right, make sure the class is full.
Put your business in with Carnival. That's what she's trying to say, you know. I'm the first to keep all of our
one thing I noticed, like I said, there's been a few discriminations. I don't want to call it discrimination, but for example, I was at a car carrying festival and carrying anything last 2 weeks in the park, and something what I've noticed, for a really rush celebration, like I said, we feel we've been treated very different. The council did not cut the grass on the day where the car really was, and that was very disrespectful. And when I said, so this is the line, when I stepped over, And my volleyball team was very smooth. When I look across over there on the cricket ground, it was very smooth. But on the grass, I'm walking like this. I'm like, the coach in my club, that really was something in the park on that day. And to me, I said, I'm very disrespectful because I said that I will not have anything on my head for community. Because I'm not going to let my Asian community. Because I'm not anywhere else apart from our community. And I said, we contributed a lot to this community and this country. Yeah, thank you, man.
How long is it going to grow? Never mind diversity. What's the use if the grass is going like that? I'm not giving it a large, at least it cuts off and experience 3 nights of sleep. But the consensus really is half wise and you get managed looking at 1 AM and it's not reasonable time and some of the provisions we've got some of the security. Is that
Hi everyone, I'm Shimara. I've been a participant of the Carnival since 2002. I'm not actively participating at the moment, but I do take to the streets as a regular every single year during June and the activity events. So I've just got a few things, something you mentioned previously. Especially to the council, more information, involvement and contact is needed for everyone in the community. It's not on the Carnival website. Costumes, this is a question to the Carnival community. It needs to be more traditional. Too many t-shirts, clothing is a big thing as well. You know, Carnival community and communication. There's not much in Carnival meetings that I've heard of that is not in the community. Well, there's no, exactly. More culture heritage is needed for the time. It's more like a festival and not a carnival. More music is needed. When it comes to the truth, there's not enough communication for them. There's no water, there's no food, there's not enough campus. I got carnival from Manchester, they support this. As well, another thing for the carnival committee, education. Why do you think that they use all this today at all times, smoking and doing balloons? They need to be educated on carnival. It's up to us to educate them. We need to get into the school. Money should be riding for us to go into the school to educate all the young kids about it. Next thing, transparency. We need to shop is a close shop. That needs to stop. The organizing traders for the city council have got a question: what is the cost for the lighting over the 2 days? People, I've not heard anything about that. What is the cost? Public promotion and publicity, resident parking is needed, resident street parking. We need to know more about that. In the design, I know that they block off the streets. We need to do that in Manchester to avoid anyone getting hurt. Yeah, that's it. Next page. Right, next thing, volunteers. How can people find out about what help is needed? Who can they go to? How can we help volunteer? Local on display at Carnival anymore on Sunday. This year we access toilets should be outside of the container road, not just in the park. Dressing area for kids. Where's the kids dressing area for the shoots and everything when they eat it? There's none of that facilitated needs to happen. That's all for me for now.
All the information will be taken from all of this feedback that you received and the information will be fed back. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
Is that it?
So, Bill's just... So we're just
Please come on this from me again. So there are a lot of really good answers to really good questions and issues that people raise. So rather than going away thinking, you feel here, and you never said anything, I'll just do a couple of quick bits really quickly. So on-street drinking came off, and when we would allow that, there is an on-street drinking ban throughout the side area and throughout the city of Manchester. And that's all as a direct result. So we are not doing anything different from Carnival weekend. I disagree in our conversation on the table where I agreed to I didn't. If you are playing music at midday, it's outrageous, we're going to do something else. So, yeah, we didn't agree to we'll follow that conversation. It was a really good point about the group. It's not so interesting, it's the second time in 2 days that we've been complaining from the resident that we haven't given them. So I will take that to heart. I will make sure that the next briefing on the side, which should have with them anyway, there is a stack of receipts and there is a clear message that every single person who is stopped at search will get a receipt. There's a really good challenge on the table around fields rather than beautiful success of the and success for me was a community safety aspect, not necessarily we do need to come much earlier as well for policing that. London police came off, police London. There are some similarities in Manchester in that London has a great police time. And there's some elements of that are really scary. So I went to the police. So I went to look at the police and do a lot of work with the civil there. I can tell you now there are some residents that like we put the road closures on as late as we can. And some residents that really like that we take them off on the morning so that you can actually have the rest of the weekend to get near to where you live or work. So I don't know, the game works on the road, we close that when we have to, we have to take it off. So if there was an agreement about road closures, we would clearly do that. But the community can't agree amongst itself what they want. I don't want to do it, I don't think it's right to put concrete blocks down and for them to be the rest of the weekend. If you tell me different as a community, then we can look at that.
So we did last year with the cars, that was fine. What you did last year was fine with your cars, with your vans when you knocked off the roads. And then about near 1 o'clock, 12:01, you all shifted.
Yeah. So that comes off for you.
That was alright.
You were happy with that?
That was fine.
I'll finish that one. Make some
Just clean it for the next day.
I did ask them.
So one thing that I've heard really about my players and a number of things is, as we said, we're going to play all this information, we have your email address, we make sure we feed it back to you. But the one key point I take away from today is communication and how it needs to be stronger than it is already. And that's not just from us in terms of the council, police, but also the organisers as well. I think one of the things that I will absolutely recognise and I'll take on the chin is that this meeting has come too late. And actually, it should have been earlier. So you've got my commitment that following the event in August, before, Christmas, we all have a meeting. We all have a meeting with the union because we need to continue this dialogue with you. It's not going to be perfect in August, we know that, but we need to keep working together to get better. So we've got my commitment to do that. I don't know if Carnival organisers want to have final say. It's been quite a few questions already. Thank you.
What happens now then?
Hi everyone, our carnival, we don't know what's going to happen this year. You can see for yourself. They told us 11 months ago that we were able to get license and so forth. When we applied for the license, they refused us. And yes, they refused us. So now we have a problem. Most of us who want a license cannot get a license. Let's be real. Now we know that the money in the carnival is too much for some of us. But what we going to do? Are we going to be like what happened last year with the police? And they're going to be hauling and pulling us, carrying us to come off the streets? Lots of problems is going to happen. All I'm saying for this meeting, you said so 11 months ago and nothing happened. Officer, we don't know who our police is anymore because we keep moving them left, right, and center. We don't know our local police anymore. Now, if anything do happen, we can relate to them. These are some of the problems we have in our community. We keep moving the police as soon as we get used to them. We had Josh last year. We were very good. Now we're going to lose this year. All I'm saying, we pray for another community carnival. And I pray that the community with the carnival understand what we, as our community who live here, so when everybody is home, we have to clean up the shit that's left behind. Also, if there's any problem, the first person or the first thing they say is must sign. Thank you all.
Yes, Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Black TV, We just come out of the carnival. Greetings, Mosside Masses and beyond. We just come out of the carnival meeting.
Yeah.
And the police reported back after they heard what Joe Public had to say. The council reported back after they heard what Joe Public had to say. When they asked the carnival committee to go and report back, the turnaround blatantly said no. And this is the first public engagement they had. So you do your maths. These people are doing our community, are doing our carnival, what's been going on for years, and they're not engaging outside community and they're blaming the police and the council. It's been contained within inside of the park, so the police only have to go be responsible for the park. It's going to cost more money to go police outside of the park, so they're saying that the street vendors and any people who want to go make money on the outside of the park, they can't. It's because of the carnival committee has restricted it by their location in the park, and our carnival has never been like that. So don't make people come into the front and come and take liberties with the carnival. Our parents and our ancestors have been bringing us to go and give us life when we was going through troubled times. Big up Black TV.
Yeah, man, respect.
We have to facilitate our own carnival, and we have to put forward long before this one month period between carnival time and and this meeting right here where We need to establish food hygiene licenses for the man that trade outside the park, the street vendors. We need to apply, as I said earlier, to the council. And in our local community centres like the Windrush, we could have maybe a food hygiene week where the street traders could acquire a food hygiene certificate which would enable them to get a license and trade food outside the park on the streets, which is more suitable for the pockets of those of the community who can't afford these big prices inside the park, £15 for food and so forth, which get ridiculous. We want to be able to feed everybody, so we need the street vendors and we need them to be licensed, we need them to be facilitated in terms of food hygiene. There's never been no problems we always cook our food good, so we're just going to appeal to them. And if we don't get it by this year, but hopefully by next year we want to have it established. We want to get the street traders licensed up and back on the road. And Masai Carnival the way it's supposed to be.
Definitely.
Peace, Masai Talk TV.
Just give us your thoughts, sorry. Give us yeah, so give us your thought on the meeting and how you think it went.
Well, I came late, but what I hear so far is the same shit, different day. Nothing's gone forward. You know, what is still to do is suppress the black people and down. We have media made the Asian thing on next week, this weekend, over 30,000-40,000. They're not going through this kind of problem. Why is it that we are still going through this problem year to year? And let me say something, you see, for the Carnival Committee, I know they're not having a bag of money. You know the reason why? Because they will give them pennies for exactly what's going on now. All we have to do as a community is stick together and just carry on, not just the community, and the wider community as well, because it's not just happening in Manchester, it's happening Leeds, it's happening here, it's happening every day. So we have to know who we are and where we are from and what culture are we talking about.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Teresa, come and tell us, what did you think about the meeting? How did it went?
I think, to be quite honest, too little, too late. I said that already on the terrible mic. I don't really see the point of it. I thought we'd be a bit clearer, as in what's happening, but it's like we got told one thing round the table, then when I reiterated it on the mic, it was like, oh, I didn't say that, I didn't say this. The 1 minute we're saying that they're going to police it like they did last year, and so long as there is no criminal offences being taken place, then people will be allowed to walk up and down the street. However, in the same respect, they're kind of saying, yeah, you can have the street party so long as there's no criminal activity. And then on the other hand, we can't have the street party.
But
or we can't have music.
So
unless people are going to come along and have a sing-song, up my ass.
So did you apply for a license this year, a music license? Because I know last year you guys, I think Money Green had the license last year.
Yes, he had a license. Money Green wasn't part of Radio Diamond.
Okay.
He was in his own sound system with his own crew. He just placed it outside of Radio Diamond. We did our live broadcasting outside and videoed it.
But from your knowledge, has anyone been granted any license this year for playing any music outside? No.
Not to my knowledge.
So how is it?
I do kind of, after listening to the round table conversations here tonight, it's almost like a smoke screen. That's what I feel, because it takes 6 to 12 weeks to grant a license, even though, and it's a non-refundable fee. I think it's a little bit of trickery going on here, smoke and mirrors. This is just my personal feeling. I don't feel that there was genuine intention here to assist us going forward with a smooth and culturally appropriate carnival, Caribbean carnival. I think a lot more work needs to be done, a lot more transparency. It needs to be all done in a timely manner. As I stated earlier on, we contacted the council immediately after the last carnival to make sure there was no antagonistic behaviour happening this year. I sent 11 emails. The person who I sent it to was looking directly at me and put his head down yet again. And then now I'm hearing that they've sent letters out inviting vendors to come and do their course, of which
this particular person asked me to set out a detailed explanation of how we were going to run the courses and what we was going to do. I sent him lesson plans, bullet points, everything, and now they've taken that course and identified it as a council-run course.
I know, but even if you did do that course, or a vendor did do that course, they would still need a license to operate on the street, wouldn't
Well,
they?
we've just heard that because they were saying they were focused on food and hygiene, public liability and health and safety. A question was asked a few minutes ago by a potential street vendor. If we have them 3 licences, is it okay for us to set up on Carnival Day, knowing that we are licensed to produce, to sell food on the day? The answer was no, you can't. You're going to need a street trader's license. So there's always another piece of paper that backs up the no. So what was the point in this?
So why was it sounded like they was making the course for vendors on the outside rather than vendors on the inside? Because basically the course was for people on the inside, for people who want to go in the park, who's not been like local businesses and that, and they want to go inside and trade. But they was making it sound like it's for the outside, but it's not for the outside, is it?
No, it's not, because you need permission of the council to street trade. They don't want street trading. They're saying that there's complaints been made by residents, and yes, there may be complaints been made by residents. However, if you had even 100 residents complaining, nobody moves into Moss Side without being aware of the 2-day carnival. Come on.
But what was the discussion anyway about the outside? If there isn't, you know what I mean, if there isn't going to be music, no vendors, what's the outside going to be about then?
About people walking up and down, no drinking, because he did say that they're having 0 tolerance because it's illegal to drink on the street. So there's going to be no alcohol drinking, definitely no balloons. I need to reiterate that the balloons now are illegal, and you can be stopped and you can get ticketed and fined, and it will go on your record. That's the most important thing I found out here tonight for the young people to know. The carnival, I don't know. I don't hold much hope. I think like I say, I think it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a tick box exercise. They're still stating that the vendors that have them 3 pieces of paperwork, as we mentioned, the food and hygiene, the public liability insurance and the health and safety, still need the 4th document, which is the permission, the trading, street trading. And you're not going to get that. You do pay up front for it, your application. You're not going to get that between 6 and 12 weeks. The carnival's next
And something
month.
you said in you found out, basically, the legal time for music is, or for not playing music, is for 11 till 7 in the morning.
Right,
but however, they are saying that playing any form of music under the outside is illegal.
Which it isn't, by the way. Just because they said so.
Yeah.
Please do your research, people. Don't just take it from what I said. And don't take it just because it came out of the mouth of somebody who's wearing a badge. Go and find out yourself. The law is the law. Doesn't matter who says it. It is there in black and white. Google, do your research.
All right, thank you. Nice speaking to you, Terry.
Cheers.
Bye. All right, thanks, bye.